Good afternoon and welcome to GrainTV for January 9th, 2013. To my left is Logan Burgess and I'm Brock Shimbino. The grains were mixed again ahead of the USDA reports on Friday. Let's turn over to Fire Tip to see what happened in Chicago. Corn was up 6 1/4 cents, beans off only 1/4 cent, wheat in Chicago off 4 1/2, and Kansas City wheat off 6 1/2 as well. You know, Logan, we continue to talk about the USDA reports coming up on Friday, and in preparation of those, let's take a look at the ending stocks that are projected by the analysts.
Yeah, Brock, well, we have those here in tabular form, and as you can see here, the quarterly stocks number is in the first column here, but really the number to keep an eye on is this ending stocks number. As you can see, the average trade guess is putting this ending stocks number for corn 20 million bushels higher than what we saw the USDA report in their December report. You know, Brock, it seems like when we were kind of digging into those numbers, on average, the trade is looking for a 60 million bushel decrease to corn production, but on net here, we're actually looking for an increase in ending stocks by about 20 million bushels. It seems like that was kind of coming from the demand side of the equation.
Yeah, you know, I would expect some demand revisions to be made.
Yeah.
You know, according to our models, we're looking at export sales to be running behind pace by about 50 million bushels. We're looking at ethanol use of corn behind pace by about 100 million bushels. Right. So if you add those together and add them to the ending stocks, that's about 150 million bushel increase to the ending stocks. Take away that 60 million bushel reduction in production, and you should end up with about a 90 million bushel increase to the ending stocks. So, you know, the 20 million bushels isn't out of the question. Yeah. I would imagine that we'd even see a little bit higher ending stocks come Friday's report.
Yeah, certainly, Brock. Well, if you take a look here at beans, not really a big revision there. The trade's expecting 3 million bushels added there to ending stocks. Not a huge story there, and all wheat expected to actually lower a little bit here, but I think certainly people are going to be looking at this corn number very closely out of tomorrow's report. Another thing, though, that we will be getting is world ending stocks. Brock, you kind of want to run down what we're looking for there?
Yeah, it looks like we're not going to get a huge revision to corn. Soybeans looks like we're going to get a little bit of a revision higher, and all wheat is really the number that needs to be a little bit concerning right now. Is looks like we're going to get a little bit lower revision there. For corn. You know, we haven't really seen any figures out of South America that are going to sway it one way or the other, but the bean market is really going to be paying attention to those South American numbers.
Yeah.
We've seen exceptionally good crops. Start to the crop in Brazil and Argentina, and even today ConNab came out and increased their soy production estimates and their corn production estimates for Brazil. So that's something we're going to have to pay attention to on Friday.
Yeah, right. You know, in regards to wheat here, it does look like we're going to have a little bit of a decrease. Certainly we heard a lot of stories out of Australia. Their wheat crop had a hard time this year. Argentina as well, really heavy rains there, taking some of the yield off that crop or making some production issues there in general. So I think that's kind of lending itself here to a decrease in that world wheat ending stock number. But this is kind of what we're expecting out of Friday's report, guys. I know all throughout this week we've kind of been breaking down the numbers piecemeal, but tomorrow we're going to kind of put it all together and give you our final projection, and just make sure that you're aware of what kind of the trade's expecting out of Friday's report, so you're ready for that report. That'll actually be coming out at 11 a.m. Central Time on Friday. That's a new time for that report. So if you want to get live quotes at your place there, visit us over at grainhedge.com, and you can take a free demo of the trading platform you see here on GrainTV, or you can always give us a ring at the office. Our number is 877-472-4607. Thanks a lot for joining us here, guys, on a Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow.